was supposed to be a beautiful Easter morning in 2021. What happened next would never be forgotten for this family.
We weren't getting a pulse on these people.
We've been tracking this case for the last 2.5 years. After dozens of open records requests and the hiring of an attorney, we finally obtained the records related to this tragic incident and go in depth on the story behind it. 911 calls detail the seriousness behind what took place.
April 4, 2021, 10:32:35.
Police and fire, what's the address of your emergency?
Yes, there's been a severe car accident on
Where?
Highway 42.
What's the cross
County
street?
Road 42. What's the cross street?
Bubble Barn.
Bubble Barn.
County Road 5.
County Road 5.
Okay, how many vehicles?
What happened? Two vehicles.
Is anybody
Very
injured?
bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of injuries?
We don't know. We're driving past it.
But that's completely
That's
total.
completely
It looks like it's
total.
going to start on fire.
Okay, are you there anymore?
No.
No, we've driven by.
Okay, stop. They've been on the way this entire time. This is just getting more information for them for when they arrive, okay? Like I said.
Alright, let's chill out. She don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? She don't gotta get all aggressive and, like, 2 people died. Come on, dog. Like, they panicking.
We have a lot of help on the way. Thank you for calling.
Yep, thank you.
10:32:39.
911, is this a life or death emergency?
Yes, it is. There's a car crash on 42, like right by the gas station.
42, hold on. 42 and 1.
But I don't know. Whatever's by the Bubble
What
Barn.
happened?
The red car was turning like by the
Tell me what happened. Accident or I can't
A car
understand
crash.
you.
Yes, a car crash.
Is
A car
anyone
crash.
injured?
Yes.
Okay, is it blocking traffic? I need someone to talk to me.
The car's on fire. There's one car on fire.
A car's on fire from it? Which car's on fire?
The white car, the Chrysler car's on fire.
Okay, do you see flames or just smoke?
Yes, there's flames and smoke.
Okay, is anyone in the vehicle that's on fire?
No, not in the vehicle, but the car and the SUV, there's somebody that is not conscious.
Just stay on the line with me. I have lots of help on the way. Are you involved or are you just passerby?
No, I'm a passerby, but my friend's brother and sister were in the car that just got hit.
Court testimony held.
Wow, dog. Let me tell you something, bro. Driving, I think, is like one of the most dangerous things ever. Even more dangerous than flying a plane or some shit like that. Like, you gotta be careful, bro. Especially when you, like, you're not just driving for you, you're driving for the people around you. And people don't care, really. You got somebody drunk, somebody high, somebody trying to take back roads, avoid cops, somebody finna go hit a lick, somebody late for work, somebody late to go pick up their kids, somebody's baby mama finna have a baby, somebody's sister finna have a baby, somebody just passing through town, zooming, you know what I mean, trying to get home early. You never know. That's crazy, dog.
Held at a later date details the moments before officers arrived. After witnessing a horrific crash, witnesses say they approached the white vehicle and found one passenger to be severely injured, but alive. Bystanders pulled her out of the car while it was on fire, likely saving her life. She would not have been able to do this on her own due to her injuries, which included a broken ankle, broken backbones, and 2 broken ribs. She also suffered from a deep laceration caused by the seatbelt into her stomach, exposing her intestines underneath her shirt. The driver of that same vehicle was able to get out on his own and sustained minor injuries. As officers arrive, they witness the injured passenger on the ground and recognize that civilians have stepped up to help.
Hello, thanks for attending to her.
Their next priority is to check have stepped up to help.
Hello, thanks for attending to her.
Their next priority is to check on the occupants of the red vehicle. The damage is plainly obvious, as the red vehicle was struck with such a force that it was ripped into 2 pieces.
Is everyone out? I think everyone's out of here. There's one in here. Okay. I didn't feel a pulse though. Okay. No fire extinguishers? I'm not too concerned about that. Is there still a person in here? Two in here. Yeah, the driver and one in the back seat.
I'm arriving at issues on
Damn, look at that car, dog.
85, I'm arriving.
That one is... I don't even know what that is. Boy, that motherfucker is towed up, dog. That is crazy. That must have been a head-on.
45, 122 or 86. We've got two trapped inside of a vehicle that'll need to be pried out. I don't know if they've got either the two have a pulse. No. Okay, I understand your concern. Yeah. I'll just have you wait back here. Thank you. I'm getting a pulse on the back seat. These people aren't coming out of this vehicle, right? No. Am I seeing that right? Okay. Yep. All right. I appreciate your assistance. Thank you. Yeah. I'm a former EMT. Oh, you are? All right. All right. And we know that nobody's in this one? Of course, everybody out? Okay, we're clear here. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to maintain some kind of a perimeter here. Who's in the car?
She was in the car. I'll give it to you later. Please get them to the hospital now. I will give it to you. I will give it to you all right now. Just get them to the hospital now. She had a huge cut right here on her neck.
Well, did you see what happened, or you just heard videoing?
I just saw this and I came over.
Okay, so you did see it happen, or you didn't?
No, I didn't see the accident.
Okay, all right. Right behind you. Is there anything I can do to help get this person out?
Check a pulse on that.
We weren't getting a pulse on these people.
This is a movie. This is a movie. This is crazy. This shit is wild.
Were you in the car? Were you in the car? The passenger or the driver?
She's a passenger.
Miss Hutch, have you switched your multi spine quicker? Yeah. Yes, please. See if we can get an ID on these two passengers.
This is her sister. She wasn't in the car. She was in a different car. Her sister was in the white car.
Yeah, I just know her sister's name.
Sienna.
Officers gathered information and got most of the story put together. The individuals in the red car, Dalton and Taylor, were struck by the white car, driven by Leon Bond III with his twin sister, Sienna, in the front passenger seat. Their older sister, Camille Lachey Dennis Bond, was driving alongside them in a separate and seemingly uninvolved black vehicle with her best friend in the passenger seat, Lynn. Lynn was the one to make the 911 call at the beginning of this video.
Okay, I'm confused. Why they got a mugshot of her? That's cool. Or
After the crash, Camille stopped down the street in the middle of the road and ran towards the accident on foot. According to court testimony, Camille got out of the car so fast she forgot to put the car in park, but Lynn noticed and did it for her from the passenger seat. Officers quickly realized this may be a criminal investigation involving multiple fatalities and that extreme speeds were likely involved. Accordingly, they quickly identify Camille as a key person of interest. Officers will eventually obtain video evidence of the crash itself to further support Camille's involvement. We will go over that footage later in this video.
Ma'am! Can't go over there right now. We got a car on fire. It's not safe.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I know, baby. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. I'll make you do something. Take that car and get the insurance.
Here, Camille is immediately placing blame on the other driver. She doesn't hesitate to use profanities towards Taylor, who she incorrectly believes was driving the red car.
I think we're going to call 1072.
Okay. 45 122. There's going to be two 1072s.
Officers unfortunately discover the two individuals in the red car, Dalton Lee Ford and Taylor Nicole Garza, have been killed in the crash. The couple was 22 years old. They had plans to celebrate Easter with their families that morning.
Yo. That's insane. This is real life. Like, real life, dog. 22 years old. 22 years old. Got car crash, killed them both. Family was waiting to see him. Like, she don't get no realer than that, dog. For real.
How many people around here taking
You not promised nothing.
pictures of the dead person? Holy disrespect. Well, and I asked all of them, did you see what happened? Or are you just here to video? Yeah. Doing their commentary and shit.
Yeah, witnesses over here.
Okay.
So we'll need to start talking to them.
Okay. Hi there. Hey.
Officers begin questioning witnesses to hopefully figure out exactly what happened.
So whenever we get another... Can you help with back?
No, she didn't like wipe his face off. He got flash drive. Yeah, we were going back to my house so we can get dressed and go. It's okay, baby.
Ma'am, I can't even go over here right now.
Wait, right here, by the KFC.
Have them meet you down at Caribou.
Yeah. I had to get him out. I didn't even park my car. It was falling down the hill. I had to get him out. How did it better be dead?
Hey, man, can I get the phone you had? Your friend would like it back.
My mom is here, but her car is up there.
Is your car still drivable?
My car is fine. She dead. Is she dead? That's all I need to know.
I have no idea.
Well, she better be. If she's not, I'm stuffing on that head. Well, I can't.
Bruh. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Don't do that, bruh. That's not cool at all, fam. Cause she is dead. And they telling us that you did this shit, you probably finna go to jail.
I'm going to my car.
Why don't we wait here for a second?
No.
I don't think you're able
I don't
to.
know how she wasn't driving either of those cars, but she ended up being the reason, but we damn sure finna find out.
Yes, I am. I'm fine.
No, I don't think you're
I'm
able
going to my
drive home.
sister. I'm going to my sister. Camille, she left. Camille, she left.
She's gone. Yeah, that's that one.
I will stay here. My car is fine, though. That's what I'm saying. It's fine. I'm not moving here. I just need my phone and my shoes.
That's what I'm gonna get for you.
Okay.
Stay right here, please. Hi, I'm Matt. I know.
Look at my baby.
I'm sorry.
Is she dead?
Your sister or no?
No, that bitch.
I don't know. I don't know, ma'am. I'm very sorry I can't give that information, but we just want you to be safe right now.
I'm fine. I just want my stuff. I'm not going anywhere.
Just
let's get you off this. I need everybody to go on the other side of the road.
I'm going to the hospital. I'm going to the hospital. I work there.
We'll get it taken care of, man.
All right, I gotta go get my truck over there.
Okay.
Sterling, you stay with me.
Let me walk with you.
Okay. Oh my God.
All right, guys, do you want to move?
Both of them going to Hennepin County Medical Center?
They're either going to Hennepin or Ridgeview. Ridgeview is closer.
I was told that Tiana was going to Ridgeview Medical because this is both for children.
Yeah, so then they're going to Ridgeview, which is in Burnsville.
They're going to the Ridgeview Hospital that's in Burnsville. I had to do a quick look. I know.
And that's why I hope that
So what do you want to do?
I hope that she is because she
Why is that car like that?
because the tried to beat him and
Can you talk to her? Because she just said that they just passed that hospital.
she tried to beat him and then I tried to go around her so he wouldn't hit her.
They went to county in Minneapolis.
They both went to county in Minneapolis.
And she tried to beat him
Guys,
still.
let's move to this
And then
next
she
corner,
tried to
okay?
go around him.
I don't know why they took them all over there, Mama. I don't know.
Leon is fine, but Sienna has a big cut right here. Her knee's gonna come out of it.
Camille's sitting with you.
We're still, we have to wait for the medical examiner to get here.
Type shit is going down, bro. We finna.
Same time, nobody.
Over the tires, it's back at that intersection way down there. You're peeled out at the intersection. So, I'm gonna talk to you. Like I said, so what was your first name?
Camille.
Okay, Camille, here's what's gonna happen is we're gonna be placing you under arrest.
Why?
For criminal vehicular operation.
How?
Well, you were racing your brother.
No, I was not.
So here's what we're gonna do. We have to examine all of our phones and that type of stuff. So, like I said, we can go two ways. If we have to put you in handcuffs, but we're gonna take you back to our station to talk to you.
Nobody was racing. We were going 65.
Okay. So, I understand that.
No.
Okay, so you think you're going 65?
We weren't even going that fast, and I watched it. That's the thing. I watched it.
Okay.
And he was even behind me.
So who's wheeled out at the intersection there? Do you
What
know?
was that?
Who's wheeled out back at that intersection way down there? Did you have a witness that said that somebody
No,
smoked
we
pouring
didn't.
over the tires?
No,
and stuff?
we did not. We left at the same time. Nobody had wheels nor nothing.
Okay.
That whoever told you that is lying.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say it like this: whoever told you who said that, most likely is probably white.
Whoop. You messed up. Why would you say that with two white officers sitting in front of you? I'm just saying. Don't do that. Don't do that. Playing around, racing your brother and shit. I mean, I've done stuff like that. Like, I remember me and my cousin both had Cadillacs. You know what I mean? And we used to race each other and shit. We used to like swerve, like. You know what I mean? Shit, kind of like swinging, wood grain gripping and shit. But in big cities or wherever they are, you gotta be careful, dog. You know what I mean? Don't be stupid with your.
And I know it is.
This wouldn't be the first time Camille has claimed being prejudiced against while being accused of a crime. Before the day of the crash, Camille held several speeding tickets in her records, even though she was just 19 years old. Her first ticket listed she was traveling 50 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, 20 miles over the speed limit. Her second speeding charge was for going 58 miles in a 45-mile-an-hour zone, 13 miles over the speed limit. However, the ticket details that she was very argumentative with the officer in this situation. The report shares that she argued she was pulled over due to her loud music and her being black, then claimed she was traveling that speed on a hill. And then when the officer handed her the ticket, she crumpled it up and tossed it into the passenger seat of her vehicle. Her third ticket was listed as duty to drive with due care speed, where no specific speed data is cited. More details on more of her tickets will be covered shortly.
Okay.
We were not racing. No, none of that.
You weren't racing at all?
No.
Okay.
I told him, for a simple fact, I'm gonna tell you just like this. For a simple fact, we are black. It is a nice day outside. I know that the police are out. We see the state troopers out. We were not going fast. I said, we're going to just go the speed limit up here. He said, okay. His car has more horsepower than mine does. Okay. So obviously it's going to sound like it because I know how the engine sounds. Okay. And I'm going to spit fact. My car is slow. Okay. But I was in front, so he knows I was in front. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to be in front. Because he's gonna follow my lead. We were not going fast. She gassed on it. When I mean she gassed on it, she didn't see him because he was behind me. Actually, my car was up there, but I moved it up here because it was rolling back and it was still in drive. Don't want to mess up my transmission. She gassed on it to try to beat him.
Okay, so I appreciate you telling me all that type of stuff. So, like I said, our process is this, okay?
Please don't do that. I'm already black and it already looks bad
it
enough.
has nothing to do with race, man. We have 2 people that are dead right now caused by an accident.
Because she gassed on it.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with me and my brother.
Does that not make her heart drop? Your brother was in the car that hit these people. And they car looked way more fucked up, way more worse. Like, I mean, they're dead, dog. And then the only thing she can say is this because we black, this and that, and lie. I would have just went. I would have shut my mouth and went to the station, dog. Cause I knew I fucked up.
Okay,
we were not speeding. Okay. What do you not understand?
You know what the speed limit is on here?
Yes, it's 55. You were going 60.
Okay.
It's not my problem that she wanted to be a dumb bitch and try to beat us. Okay. That's not my problem. Okay. You placing me under arrest for something that we did not do. We have digital dashes, bro.
We're gonna get all that.
We have digital dashes. So therefore, we were going 60.
So you don't have to yell at me.
I have to because you don't understand.
Okay, so here's what is gonna happen.
No, I'm not. Okay. You're not placing me under arrest or anything.
Arrest. Okay, sorry.
Yes. Baby, I love you. I love all of you guys.
Stay there.
Let's stay, please, baby.
You're going to be in handcuffs in a minute if you don't stay over there.
Please, baby, I love you guys. I love all you guys.
Let's go put on a
I love you, Mom. Yep. Yeah, and yes, they did use force, and I was not resisting.
So, miss, what we'll do is we'll take a statement from you and everything you said.
Can you take me out of these, please?
When we get back to our station, okay?
Love you guys.
I'm gonna grab that.
Can you, Jay, you want to pat her down?
I don't have anything.
I know, I gotta make sure.
There's nothing in my ass. I need to get my drawers on.
Listen, okay.
Okay, you ain't got no drawers on. That's cool or whatever. But okay, so check this out. There was this girl here in my town, right? She a young girl, I don't know, like 17, 18, something like that. She was out drunk driving with her friend or friends or whatever, and she hit an old lady and killed her. And then she like went on a run or some shit, but they found her. And there was this thing on Facebook where everybody was like, you know what I mean, talking shit about her and that she deserves to be in jail, but her family and her friends were like, y'all act like y'all haven't ever made a mistake before, you know? And the thing you gotta understand is mistakes do happen. Some of the consequences are big and some are small, but they do happen, and you never know what you're gonna get out of a mistake. You never know how bad the consequences are gonna be. That's why people they try not to make mistakes, because all it takes is one. All it takes is one. Now look at this shit here, dog. You know what I mean? But to own up to it and admit that you're wrong and face what comes with it shows character. And I'm not seeing any of that from her. Let's two people dead. 2 people dead. Car crash, dead. And she...
Okay.
While both Leon and Camille were arrested that day, they were both released shortly after, pending charges. However, prosecutors did charge and arrested the driver of the white vehicle that made contact in the crash, Leon Bond III, who faced charges 6 months later.
The in-depth coverage you've seen so far has been made possible because of the support of our sponsors like Morgan & Morgan. We've brought you mind-boggling video of crashes face murder, proof 1,000 life fear up there. Remember, you can see that
as which were denied. Leon was ultimately tried as a juvenile. This was despite the efforts to try him as an adult, including a delinquency petition and a petition for adult verification, both of which were denied. Because he was tried as a juvenile, the details surrounding his case are not readily available or public. However, we do know some things, which includes a peek into Leon's school history with fights. One appellate case reveals that Leon's mother legally went after a school official when he attempted to prevent a fight that involved Leon, his 2 sisters, and another student shortened. The case accuses the school official of dislocating Leon's arm while attempting to prevent the fight. This case was ultimately denied by the court due to there being a lack of willful or malicious wrong in the school official's actions. While Leon's case was being determined, Camille was also charged 6 months after the crash with charges surrounding her direct involvement by drag racing. During that 6-month period before her arrest, Camille got pulled over and charged for driving on a revoked license. Her license was revoked due to her failing to address her 3 previous speeding charges. She then got another speeding ticket that listed her going 59 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone, 24 miles over the speed limit. In that pullover, she stated she was going downhill as the reason she was traveling so fast. In October of 2021, she was issued an arrest warrant and faced 2 counts of third-degree murder, 2 counts of criminal vehicular homicide, 1 count of criminal vehicular...
They hit her with
third-degree murder, 2
counts of third-degree murder.
Of criminal vehicular homicide, 1 count of criminal vehicular operation resulting in great bodily harm, and 1 count of careless driving. The warrant she was issued revealed more details surrounding the incident, including a deeper look into post-event interviews and forensic research. The report detailed surveillance footage that shows the intersection they started the race at. Witness testimony shares that the two exchanged a conversation here, pertaining to whose car could accelerate faster. After that alleged conversation, the 2 cars take off well ahead of the other vehicles surrounding them. Another surveillance camera captures the impact. Moments before, you can see just how long it takes for this uninvolved vehicle to enter the right side of the frame and pass the area where the crash happens. When Camille and Leon's vehicles zoom by moments later, it takes roughly half the time. A crash reconstruction report reveals data obtained by the airbag control module in Leon's vehicle. The report indicated Leon and his sister Camille, who was traveling alongside him, were going 114 miles per hour just 5 seconds before the crash, 64 miles over the posted 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. Court documents also indicated Leon and Camille were over 3 football fields away when Dalton and Taylor started to take the turn. They traveled roughly 3/4 of a mile after taking off from the intersection before crashing. Her and her brother's vehicle were traveling between 93 and 106 miles an hour before Leon's vehicle struck Dalton and Taylor. The day after her arrest on October 29, 2021, Camille posted a $75,000 non-cash bond, which came with conditions that notably did not exclude her driving privileges, allowing her to drive despite the seriousness behind her case. 2 months after her release on bond, court records indicate she got in a car accident where she claimed another driver was at fault. She issued a small claims case to the court for the other individual to pay a sum greater than $4,500. In the following year, she won this court case due to the other party not showing up. She was given yet another speeding ticket in May of 2022. This time, she was caught going 83 miles an hour in a 60-mile-an-hour zone, 23 miles over the speed limit. In this...
Hey, dog, she's not helping women's case. I've heard people say women are bad drivers, and god damn, she just got 2 people killed in a car crash, got a $75,000 bonded out, and they still letting her drive. And she caught, what? She got in a car crash, out on bond for this. And she got an, she won that case. Like, what the? And then she got another ticket.
This pullover, the ticket cites that Camille was unaware of the speed limit, cried, and explained to the officer that she had a bad experience with law enforcement before and was afraid of cops. State records allegedly showed her car's registration was expired despite the stickers on her car displaying she was up to date. In January of 2023, 3 months shy of 2 years after the car crash, news reports indicate that Camille's brother Leon pled guilty to 2 counts of third-degree murder. He was sentenced to 25 years of prison that same month. Because inmates only have to serve 2/3 of their sentence before transferring to probation, this means he should be out of jail in 16 years and 8 months, or in September of 2039, when he is 36 years old. However, rules apply differently for juvenile cases. Here is an image posted on what appears to be Leon's Facebook page, posted in September of 2023, where he seems to be under house arrest. He proudly holds what looks to be $1,000 in cash with a smile on his face.
Alright, dog. So, you see what, like, when we get into trouble, you know what I'm saying? And we mess up and do something. And they gotta go back and look at, you know what I mean? Like, just us and investigate us as people. And then you got all this shit like this on your Facebook, on your Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Guns, you and a whole bunch of niggas just turning up, and don't do that, bro. You gotta have some class. Post a picture of you in a suit or something. Go buy a suit with that money. God.
Because Leon was being tried as a juvenile, he was put on probation until the age of 21, with a stayed sentence of 25 years in prison. As long as Leon doesn't break probation by age 21, his sentence will be considered served. In mid-2024, Leon turned 21 and successfully completed his probation. His sentence for murdering Dalton and Taylor is considered served. His sister, who operated the other racing vehicle, Camille Dennis Bond, faced a slew of charges as an adult for her involvement, making her case information more readily available. Through court deliberations, Camille's defense team would not only argue that she was not at fault due to her not being in the vehicle that struck Taylor and Dalton, but would go as far as to say Dalton should have yielded before the turn, and even suggested Dalton was at fault for the crash. In this section of the video, we will cover the surprising court deliberations that brought the case to its conclusion. In court, several factors were brought to light through witness and expert testimonies. While there are some notable instances of witnesses ascribing the scene to being horrific and the worst thing they have ever experienced, some more frustrating revelations deemed that Camille and her brother Leon were not only reckless with their actions, but continued to be reckless after bystanders had told them to slow down prior to the crash. Court testimony details that a bystander noticed descriptions of Camille's and Leon's vehicles traveling at a high rate of speed past her house in a residential neighborhood. This frustrated the witness as it was Easter Sunday, and there were children outside. This witness noticed that the pair parked down the street from her residence, so she decided to walk down to the cars to tell them to slow down. This witness's testimony matched the descriptions of Camille, her passenger friend Lynn, and the description of the vehicles Camille and her brother were driving. After the neighbor had spoke to them directly about slowing down, she claims the cars then sped past her on the road as she was walking back to her home, which was an inferred attempt at retaliation. This neighbor then tried calling 911 at 10:28 over their reckless behavior, roughly 4 minutes before the crash happened. Unfortunately, it appears the call didn't connect, and the neighbor decided to let it go, seeing as she only had a partial license plate to work with. A couple days later, when she saw a news article involving the vehicles, she claims to have recognized the plate based off the partial she had, causing her to call the authorities to inform them of the racing activity she saw the pair engaged in earlier that morning. If that wasn't jarring enough, the prosecuting attorney also called up Lynn, the passenger in Camille's car, and revealed Camille and Leon's lack of remorse over the whole situation. Lynn claims that she was best friends with Camille, but ceased the relationship over the morality of the situation. Lynn supported the neighbor's claim that Camille and Leon were not driving safe in the neighborhood, and confirmed that the neighbor had spoken to both Camille and Leon. She also shared that, in the moments before the pair sped off at the intersection, Camille and Leon exchanged a conversation through their car windows over who could accelerate faster. Camille, in past interrogations, claimed that this was true, though she informed her brother not to go faster than 55 miles an hour so that they wouldn't be pulled over. Lynn's testimony contradicted that claim, citing the pair never talked about speed limits. During her testimony, Lynn had...
That's why you just shut up. No. But dog, she just need to face the, you know what I'm saying? God damn.
Admitted she was scared.
She just lock her ass up
during her 911 call because she had realized the car Camille was driving could have just as easily impacted Dalton and Taylor's vehicle. She shared that Camille was largely concerned about the damage to the car and the condition of her siblings, but that nobody went to the red car and that Camille was unremorseful. Lynn also detailed that at a time after the crash during a birthday party, Camille and Leon, among other family members, held a conversation blaming the red car for the accident despite their excessive speeds. She further shares that the Bond family seemed to only care about their own family being injured and held no empathy or sadness for Dalton or Taylor's passing. Lynn also cited that she stopped being friends with Camille after the birthday party because she felt sad, traumatized, and remorseful, while Camille felt differently. Other witnesses appeared on the stand to share their opinions of Camille and Leon's driving. One witness shared they told others after witnessing their speeds that they're going to kill somebody moments before the crash. Other witnesses added more claims to Camille's words on scene, including, "The f***ing better be dead or I'll find her and kill her," and "You stupid dumb ass effing white bitch." Others sharing, in all the years I've been driving, I've never seen seen 2 cars drive like that before. And that witnesses found it jarring. Camille didn't attempt to help her injured sister, but was able to maintain threatening 2 fatal crash victims. The defense's argument that Dalton and Taylor's vehicle should have yielded brought frustrations to witnesses taking the stand, one individual having what appears to be a heated back and forth over the perceived ridiculousness of his argument. One professional opinion on the stand debunked the defense's right-of-way argument, citing that, statutorily, the right-of-way vehicle loses that claim if they are speeding, and in this case, the vehicles were estimated to be traveling over twice the speed limit. That same professional opinion cited data that showed if the 2 vehicles were not drag racing and were traveling the speed limit, Dalton and Taylor would have easily cleared the intersection without contact. A jury court would unanimously convict her on all of her charges. In closing statements prior to...
I was just about to say, if there was a jury, she had the right to a jury trial. She picked that. She was fucked. There's no way she was gonna...
Determining Camille's sentencing, countless contributions from the community shared how the case, and particularly the loss of Dalton and Taylor, impacted their lives. Taylor's father shared that he'll never forget the scream his wife, Taylor's mother, let out the day 2 police officers came to their home to inform them of their daughter's death. He shares that the sound still haunts him to that day. Dalton's older brother Dylan, a pastor, shared that if Camille's family remained blind to her guilt, that she would remain guilty on the day of her judgment, and God would strike her down for the murderer that she is. Friends of the family shared frustrations with Leon's light sentence, sharing that they hated the court system for giving him such an easy break. They also shared that rules do not apply to Camille, and that she will kill again. They referenced Camille's lack of remorse, pointing out that Camille turned to her mom, laughing and playing on her phone like it was any other day during breaks in court testimony. Documents revealed that the victim's family had just held a funeral the day prior for Dalton's grandfather. One cousin noted that the last photo they all took together as a family was that day. Veronica, Dalton's mom, pointed out frustrations with Camille's lack of remorse and her continued speeding infractions after the fact. Dalton's father, Jim, highlighted Camille and Leon's previous school fights, along with their alleged fist fight that broke out when they got in an accident with another driver. He also cited her claims of racial prejudice against her to be nothing of the sort when it came to Dalton and Taylor, sharing the pair had gone to Minneapolis in support of George Floyd, that Taylor had continually engaged in Native American culture and reservation programs, and that his son Dalton was involved in a mostly Hmong and Hispanic car club. He also highlights an alleged social media conversation Camille had where she mentioned going drag racing again only 45 days after the crash. Jim also cited numerous individuals who shared stories of Dalton's acceptance and openness to other people. He also mentioned that, shortly after the incident, he and Veronica had discussed a hypothetical scenario. Their scenario involved Camille and Leon's mom, Crystal, coming to their house, apologizing and begging for forgiveness. In this case, Jim claims Veronica would have gave her a hug, invited her into the house for coffee, and discussed the nightmare as mothers, one to another. They purposefully told the court to keep communications open between them and all individuals involved, in case this scenario came to a reality. A year after the incident, once Jim and Veronica saw their hypothetical scenario would never come to existence, they closed communication through the court system. In contrast, when Camille and Leon's mother Crystal took the stand, she denounced the notion that her children should be called murderers, citing a Webster's dictionary definition that mentioned premeditation, even though they were being tried for third-degree murder. She also claimed she feared Camille was going to become the next George Floyd, and said Veronica had, quote, verbally assaulted her for calling her a bad mother a year after the incident. When it came time for sentencing, the judge first cited his reasoning. He shared that, in my 40 years of being involved...
Wait, what? Camille was gonna become the next George Floyd. That's a nice way of saying it. That's fucked up. I just want you to know that. But I understand.
in the legal business in various aspects, I've never been involved in a case that's affected and impacted so many different people in so many different ways. He also pointed out frustrations that Leon was tried as a juvenile and wouldn't spend a day in prison as long as he abides by his probation conditions. Before sharing the sentencing, he told Camille directly, "I think you're in deep denial about what exactly your role played in this event." For her third-degree murder charges, she was sentenced with 150 months for one and 180 months for the other, which would be served concurrently with her sentence for criminal vehicular operation resulting in serious bodily harm, which amounted to 38 months. For the rest of her convictions, a sentence was not pronounced. Because all of her sentences run concurrently with each other, her total sentence is 180 months, or 15 years. In Minnesota, inmates must serve 2/3 of their total sentence, making her eligible for probation after 10 years. She was also permitted 107 days of jail credit. Her court fees were waived, but she was ordered to pay Dalton's mother nearly $30,000 in restitution, which would be deducted from prison wages and from pay she obtains while on probation. Using this information, having been sentenced in March of 2023, she will likely get out of prison at the tail end of the year in 2032, when she is 30 years old. After her sentencing, Camille submitted her case into the Court of Appeals to be retried. Her appellate case was effectively denied by the courts, sealing her sentence. While the records we obtained from the state pertain—
Boy. That shit right there is crazy. I think we seen all we needed to see. Yes, we did. Hey, either they don't know, don't show, or don't care what's going on in the hood, man. Watch out now.